Everyone wants to know, does Usain Bolt still have a net worth of $90 million? Well, let's find out. Ever since the SSL scandal concerning the defrauding of several investment portfolios, including that of popular sprint legend Usain Bolt, it has been rumored that Bolt is now broke. Note I said rumored, but recently in a press conference, Bolt's reply to this was,
For those that are saying that Usain Bolt is now broke.
No, I'm not broke, but it's definitely put a damper on me, you understand? It was for my future. Nobody knows, 3 kids, still looking after my parents, and I still want to live very well.
For those of you who don't know, Usain Bolt made $90 million in 9 years, starting from his world record debut in 2008 up until his retirement in 2017. But how exactly did it get to $90 million? First things first, let's talk salary. The average NBA player's salary this season is $7.3 million. The average NFL salary is $2.7 million. And for Major League Baseball, it's $4 million. However, the average for track athletes is $75,000 annually, which is a long haul compared to the previously mentioned salaries of other sports. We shouldn't be surprised though, right? Because the poor marketing of track and field has always been scrutinized, consequently doing athletes a huge disservice. Athletes have to rely heavily on appearance fees, prize money, and sponsorships to stay afloat. But only one track and field athlete has ever made the Forbes list of 100 highest paid athletes, and that is Usain Bolt. Bolt was listed at number 45 on Forbes list, having earned $31 million in 2017 before retiring. Looking at some more earnings data around the same time period, Bolt is in an elite category with the likes of Steph Curry, who made $37 million, and Russell Westbrook's $28.5 million. You may say it's because he broke world records and established an era of dominance in men's sprinting. That's a part of it, but not the whole picture. There were sprinters before him who were breaking records and never earned that much money. For example, former 100-meter world record holder Asafa Powell's net worth is $6.5 million. Not earnings, his net worth. In comparison, Usain Bolt made $20.3 million after his double world record campaign at the 2008 Olympics, leading up to an estimated net worth of $90 million prior to this SSL scandal. With this in mind, how did Usain Bolt become an exception? There are 3 P's involved in this equation: performance, personality, and Puma. Even if you're living under a rock, you know that an athlete can boost their paycheck with great performances like breaking the world record or consistently winning races. In a world where track and field is underrated, you need something else to stand out: personality. Bolt was a showman at heart, and it was the first time we saw an athlete with that many antics, a signature pose, and just simply knew how to entertain the crowd. This made Bolt even more appealing to Puma, who had signed him when he was only 16 years old, long before stardom. At that time, Puma was paying Bolt $1.5 million annually. In 2010, Puma and Bolt renewed their contract worth approximately $10 million after his series of earth-shattering performances. This contract was considered the largest sponsorship deal in track and field history, which had the media comparing Bolt's new paycheck to that of Cristiano Ronaldo and David Beckham. Former chairman and CEO of Puma, Jochen Zeitz, even alluded to Bolt's personality being a factor in the newly minted deal, stating, and I quote,
"I would say if you asked about the rareness of Usain Bolt, he's up there with some of the best in any sport. He connects to the fans in a unique way, and not just in a stadium. He can connect on the performance side as well as the lifestyle side. And I think that's the difference to many other athletes who do great things but cannot really find that connection to the fans."
End quote. Zeitz is right. You want to invest in someone who knows how to interact with and draw the attention of the crowd. In this case, more attention translates to more sales. In 2011, Puma's sales increased by 10.2%, mostly due to Bolt's performance at the World Championships in Daegu, South Korea. Puma's bet had paid off and they once again renewed their contract with Usain Bolt in 2013. By this time, Bolt had become the face of Puma and he credited the company for contributing to his success and building his brand. As much as Usain Bolt and Puma's relationship is admirable, we can't forget that in 2016, some of his $33 million were from additional sponsors such as Gatorade, Virgin Media, Hublot Digicel, among others. Included in this figure were his appearance fees of up to $400,000 per track meet, $2.5 million in prize money, and not to mention $10,000 for every Diamond League race that he won. Talk about a hefty payday. We haven't even factored in his income from business ventures like Tracks and Records and Champion Shave Inc., etc. To add more honey to the pot, Puma agreed to pay Bolt $4 million each year after his retirement in 2017 to be the company's ambassador. Here's how this all adds up. Between 2003 to 2009, $1.5 million yearly amounts to $6 million. 2010 to 2015, $1.5 million in 2010 plus $10 million yearly amounts to approximately $51.5 million. 2016 to 2017, $33 million, which gives us a grand total of approximately $90.5 million. No, this $90 million is what a lot of persons have labeled as his net worth. But is Usain Bolt still worth $90 million in 2023? Well, in 2018, he earned $31 million from various business deals, yet again adding his name to Forbes' highest paid athletes of the year. His total earnings would have then climbed to $121 million. But keep in mind that this is his earnings. His net worth would be his assets minus any liabilities he has. Unfortunately, in the years that followed, his actual yearly earnings became harder to ascertain, mostly due to Bolt undertaking more private business ventures. Even with us knowing now that Bolt had $12.7 million invested in SSL, give or take, there are still a lot of missing figures on the path to determining his true net worth. I highly doubt that he invested just $12.7 million. Of all his earnings, knowing the shrewd businessman that Bolt is, and despite Usain Bolt's lavish lifestyle and having to care for his family, it is even harder to believe that he would be indebted. In fact, he still has numerous sponsorships, businesses, and investments. Therefore, provided that he has been spending his money wisely, my best guess is that his net worth is well over $100 million by now. Though Bolt is a millionaire, losing $12 million or approximately $12 million is still a huge blow, not just to his finances but his confidence in the very country that he has made immense contributions to. This case could best be described as, sorry for my dog, him turn round bite you. Only difference is that Bolt didn't just get bitten by one dog, he got mauled by several. With no sign of him receiving the missing sum of money back from SSL, I am confident that after Bolt recovers from the shock and devastation of this scandal, he will rebound better than before. We have all taken some hard hits in life, and that looks different for everyone. My only encouragement for Usain Bolt and all those who were affected by this scandal, and to any of my viewers who are currently enduring some form of betrayal or hardship, is not to let your situation dampen your ambitions, but use it as fuel to dream bigger, shine brighter, and aim higher. Thanks so much for watching.